Clear.
Let's start with Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, KO, good to see you there. I'm curious. You've got a reputation as a brawler, and Eric Bieniemy even yesterday said that he described you as a competitive prick. Do you view yourself that way, and do you take some pride in having that kind of reputation?
I wouldn't say I have pride in it, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm very competitive. I hate to lose at anything. I don't even like to lose at Madden. I don't even like to lose if I'm walking next to my girlfriend and she's walking faster than me. So I'm pretty competitive.
Go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, KO, the quote that jumped out for me when you signed up with the Chiefs was that you could maybe learn some technique and things from guys like Fisher and Schwartz, but you were going to bring some attitude and some pizzazz to the line. Just how has that gone, through the one game? Do you feel like you've maybe made the offensive line a little bit nastier as a whole?
I mean, I can't say that I've watched a lot of film on the offensive line play, like of the Chiefs specifically, because I'd be watching the other side of the ball, but it did feel like guys are out there trying to finish. We were flying around, and it's contagious. Like if you see a guy get a pancake, you want one too. It's just kind of like the nature of the game. Like we're all competitive. That's how we got to this level. So, yeah, I would say that it's catching on. We're playing pretty physical right now. We have one game under our belt, so we're just getting started. But I know that's why I play the game. It's what makes it fun for me personally. So I'm sure guys are going to catch on to that as well.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Kelechi, you mentioned in camp just the excitement that you had for the opportunity to play with Patrick. Now having one game to go through it, obviously looking at the film of where both of you guys can be better. Just what was the feeling like on Thursday, and what maybe you may look forward to the rest of the season?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think we had a drive where, I don't know, I want to say we had like less than 40 seconds or something like that to score. We wanted to get some points before the half. And Fish looks at me in the huddle and he's like, watch this. And we were like pretty far back down there too. And we just drove it down the field, and the way he like managed the game, it was just like, I don't want to say effortless because we all know how hard he probably, works off the field and studies, but it was pretty smooth. The operation was pretty smooth. It got up to the line smooth. Cadence was smooth. Like it just clicked and it gelled and it was fast. And before you know it, we scored right before the half. So that was like the first thing I've seen. It's only been one game, but I'm pretty excited having to see that, like how fast he's capable of scoring. That was pretty cool to see.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Kelechi, just wanted to ask you, when the last time you felt this good in a game physically as you did the other night against Houston? And do you feel like this game was the true you? The Chiefs got a good look right off the bat in who you are as a player?
I mean, I personally didn't feel like I took any steps back ever in my career. I've been pretty consistent. I'm the same guy. I play with the same energy. I play with the same attitude and intensity. But yeah, I felt pretty good. For week one. It was exciting to be back out there. I hadn't been out there since October, so I was a little backed up. So, yeah, it was just fun to hit somebody else wearing, different colors. I was getting tired of hitting Chris every day. That was just annoying. You can't fight your teammates, and that's what happens when two dudes like us go head-to-head. So it was just fun. It was a great relief to get out there and just do my thing. And I'm just excited to be playing football again with a great organization. And I'm excited to win a lot of football games. So I'm happy to be here, man.
Let's go next to Karen Kornacki. Go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Kale. I want to ask you a little bit about the Chargers defense. I know you faced the Texans, and they're tough with J.J. Watt, but now you got Joey Bosa, and Andy was just talking about them being one of the top 5 defenses in the league. What do you see when you see them, and how exciting is it to play? Does that raise your level?
Yeah, it's really exciting to play with a guy like Melvin Ingram and a guy like Joey Bosa. I think those are two really good football players. I've seen them over the years with when I was with the Raiders playing against them. So I've seen what they can do, the way that they can create pressure with 4-man front and allow guys to just kind of cover. Not a lot of teams can do that in the NFL. I definitely respect their game and respect their talent. Yeah, I guess you could say we are going to raise the bar in our protection and make sure we always have eyes on those two guys in particular. If we can get a guy that's free up and they're only rushing 4, you better believe that we're going to be there for our tackles. So respect their game, but we think we have good players too, and it's going to be a fun matchup.
Looks like we've got 3 hands up. Let's go Harold, Seren, and then Matt. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, KO. I mean, it's apt initials you have, KO, and when you look at some of the film, you had a lot of wow moments out there. Did you kind of impress some of your other teammates because they didn't know what to expect from you being the first game under the lights with them as a unit? And also, how honored are you to be on the name with the competitive prick with Patrick Mahomes? Because there's only 2 guys, and you're one of them. How honored are you?
Yeah, I'm especially if that's true. If there's only 2 of us, I'm definitely honored by that. EB's a hardcore guy, and he takes his football seriously, so that's definitely an honor. In terms of, what was your other question? I'm sorry.
Just how, and you impressed your teammates because you had a lot of good pancakes out there. You really impressed them, had a few wow moments.
I think that guys kind of know around the league, offensive line-wise, my style of play and the way that I play. So, like, coming in, I know Wiley made a comment to me that he loves that. He loves my attitude and the way that I play, and he likes to play similarly. But other than that, I think we all think we're good players. Everybody respects everybody's game. We're all trying to help each other out there. Everybody's trying to learn from each other. And everybody wants to be physical. Everybody wants to finish. Everybody wants to be a good teammate. Everybody wants to be accountable. But like I said, that's just the way that I play. Not everybody plays like that. That's not everybody's style of play. But, yeah, I think we all respect each other's style of play.
Let's go with our last 2. We'll go Seren and then Matt. Go ahead, Seren.
I'm curious what the reputation was of the Chiefs, what you knew of the Chiefs before you got here, and when you're looking around the league and talking to other guys, and what you thought it was, and then how it's maybe been exactly that, or the way it's been different.
From what I've seen and what I know coming in, I knew that this was an outfit that could score at will. They score a lot of points on offense, generally win a lot of games because of that. Walking into the indoor facility, I remember looking up and seeing all the AFC championship banners in there. And it's pretty consistent. So just seeing like a tradition of excellence. There's a standard here. Everybody follows. It's accountability. It's hard work. And you kind of see why they're so successful. Just the amount of work that goes into studying in order to be able to grasp a playbook of this complexity. And just the standard of how they practice, how we practice here. It's just at a very high level. And I'm sure, we all work hard, we all prepare at a very high level in the NFL week in and week out. But being a part of this program, part of this organization, there's a certain bar that's been set. So it's nice to kind of be a part of that culture where every single person, whether you're a backup or a starter, is accountable to the work that they need to get done and to be able to play at a high level. So that's really cool to see.
That's everything when it comes to like between the lines. What and maybe organizations have no reps, as like all the off the field stuff and what it's like to be a part of that. Was there any part of that, or is that not really getting talked around the league?
I mean, you don't really talk about it. I guess you do among players. We talk about it, but we're not very, we're not tweeting about it or talking to outside sources about what goes on behind closed doors. But they do things right here, and it's great, and I like it. So
go to Matt for the last one. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Kay, I'm curious. The Chiefs have a really close-knit locker room with guys, like to play basketball, video games, get together at guys' houses. But now that you're supposed to be keeping your distance and everything, and you got plexiglass everywhere and spread out, how have you been able to, as a new guy to the team, build some relationships? And what do you guys do this year to kind of bond together?
It's been a lot of Madden and Call of Duty. So just online video games and group chat, like just sending each other funny memes, basically. But we're here like 7 a.m. to like 6:30, 7 p.m. So we're together all the time. So, I mean, a lot of the times we need our own space, but when we don't, yeah, that's what we do. Just video games and group text, basically.